Here's the difference between near and far light with regard to something called depth of light. So we have a little softbox and it's floating near a mannequin. The mannequin is on a floor near a wall. And if we take that light and we move it quite far away, let's say like that, and we light it using the Maxwell renderer, what we find is that because the light is far away, the image is quite dim. Now if we compensate for that by changing the shutter speed or the ISO, in Maxwell we can do either one, what we find is that the light is quite uniform up and down the body, and the body is bright and the wall is bright. Now suppose we want the body to be bright but we want the wall to be dark. What would we do then? What we need to do is move the light closer to the entire system, to the mannequin and the wall. Because what that does is it changes the relationship between in other words, the light right now is here, and the distance from the light to the mannequin is far, and the distance from the light to the wall is a little bit farther. So the mannequin is going to be a certain brightness and the wall is going to be, not much different. Now if we bring it so that the light is closer, and now the distance between the light to the mannequin is shorter, and relatively speaking the light to the wall is further, and we light this, what we find is that because we've brought the light closer, everything's a little bit brighter, and we can see that there is a little bit of a fall off down the body, and the wall is a bit dimmer. Now we can make this effect very dramatic if we want to by bringing the light, let's say, quite close. If we light this, then what we find is that because the light is so close, you can see that the face is overexposed. But if we change the ISO or the shutter speed, let's take the ISO down. What we find is that here the face is reasonably well exposed now, and you can see that there's a dramatic fall off down the body, and the difference in light between the mannequin face and the wall is dramatic. So the wall is much darker than it used to be. So this is much more dramatic, much moodier lighting, and we've achieved the whole thing just by bringing the light closer to the subject.